of George Floyd deserves justice for the way that he died. But I also am not going to accept the narrative that this is the best the Black community has to offer. For whatever reason, it has become fashionable over the last 5 or 6 years for us to turn criminals into heroes overnight. And it is something that I find to be despicable, and it is something that I refuse to stand by any longer, and I am not going to play a part in it, no matter how much pressure comes from Black liberals and Black conservatives as some token of people wanting you to believe that this is the only way you can be Black, is you have to say this was wrong and that this person was amazing. I won't do that. George Floyd was not an amazing person.
So I was on the internet, and people have been sending me Candace Owens' video, and I would have to say that this video was disgusting, and it was such a horrible understanding of what's going on right now. I watched the entire video, which was hard to get through. And first and foremost, white people, I want you to know that she does not speak for Black people at all. She mentioned that George Floyd was not an amazing person, and Candace Owens, neither are you. For one, you're disrespecting a man that is no longer with us, okay? On top of that, you have no regard or respect for the Black Lives Movement. You're from Connecticut, and you are disconnected from all the struggles of being Black in America. You should never speak on issues that you do not have full understanding of. And Candace Owens, it's a shame that white people understand the importance of Black Lives Matter and you do not. You just gave white people that wanted an excuse to continue to have this world stay the way it is, which is unjust, unsettling, unfair, and cruel. Have you ever heard of a white person being trapped inside of a Black person's body? Well, Candace is a step further than that. Candace is a white racist trapped inside of a Black person's body. She doesn't date Black. She doesn't even date regular white. She's about to marry into the wealthy family of a white man in Europe or a Caucasian man in Europe. There's plenty of bad people out here, Candace. Nobody's perfect. And you bringing up George Floyd's past as if that determines whether or not he should have died. You mentioned George Floyd wasn't a good person. He was in the porno. He had a counterfeit money. And then you said he was on drugs. How do you know he was on drugs? Because they examined him and said that he was on drugs? You know how many people died that they said had COVID-19, but they didn't really have COVID-19? You're stupid, and you pander to white people because that's where the money is, and you do not see yourself as a Black American at all. And if we're going to go into the past of anybody's record, because nobody's perfect, since you're such a Donald Trump supporter and your head is so far up his ass, let's see, is Donald Trump's wife a good person? I mean, she was spread eagle in Playboy magazines, naked. I mean, that's as close to porn as you can get, right? Is Donald Trump a horrible person? I mean, going off of your standards, he would be. Not only did he believe in you grab him by the pussy, this dude has rape allegations. Does that make him bad? Again, white people, Candace Owens is not a representative for the Black community. And Candace Owens, just so we're clear, George Floyd is a martyr because it was his death, unjust death, is the death that broke the camel's back. Don't ever forget this, y'all. There were Black slaves that were used to capture Black slaves that ran away. But what am I saying? I'm saying that Candace Owens is just like Samuel L. Jackson in Django. And I have way worse things that I want to say, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just leave it right there. I don't understand people like you. How is it that white people understand what's going on right now and the importance of Black Lives Matter finally, and you still don't? You did everything in this video to dismiss his murder. And if you were the judge, you would let him walk. The reason why George Floyd is being looked at as a martyr is because his death has sent the alarm throughout the entire world. How dare you disrespect that man? You have no idea what you are doing right now. We're trying to fix shit and you're sitting here trying to unravel it. And then you got people talking about Candace Owens, you should run for 2024 president. Fuck out of here. You should just run back to Europe, where you really wish you were from.